Welcome back to SJ's Community Podcast, episode 19.
SJ's Chat, I believe it was called at one stage by someone. I don't know, they really enjoyed the name, but yeah.
We had a formal agreement for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, it's like the French had a formal agreement with the Africans, back in the day too. It was pretty formal. They were all happy about the decisions being made back then, but nonetheless, it was an awesome experience. Yeah,
it was.
The old trappies are a little bit tender.
Yeah, we did some ollie lifting yesterday.
Yeah, first ollie lifting in
especially
too
for
long.
you.
Too long.
You haven't done it in ages.
Yeah, I honestly, too long. I need to do it more. Doing it as well made me remember that I just love it.
Yeah, you can see the bit of a hunger in you.
Yeah.
Because normally with training, when you do something, you kind of just you just tick the box, move on.
Or you reckon just half-ass it?
Oh, you don't really you kind of do.
But can I half-ass my training?
Yeah, 100%. But when you do it, you'll push it to a good intensity, but you'll be happy once it's done. Whereas yesterday, you just kept going back.
Kept going, yeah.
Like Austin came, shout out Austin McAleese, and we'll just chat to him, but then you just, in between chatting, you'll just do a set. And you see the hunger in your eyes. I haven't seen that in a while in the gym anyways. I see when you do shit outside the gym, but yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Austin came, shouts out Austin McAleese, shouts out Matt Tonkin. It was, it was good to see him. The good thing about ollie lifting, the thing I like is that, you're just at a squat rack, ollie lifting, you sit there, you chill for ages, you talk to people, relax, whatever, you get back into it. It's like a good session. When you do ollie lifting, you like to get in a good hour-long session where, it's just really relaxing. You can drive good intent. A bunch of people come up to you and talk to you. It's almost therapeutic.
Yeah, that's good, and it just shows when you actually enjoy your training how much of a difference it can make, can't it?
Yeah. Put that on a t-shirt, eh?
Yeah, so you should stick to it.
Yeah, I think I will. I think I'm going to write up my programming from next week, because this week or two after footy I've been sick firstly, horrifically sick. And then this week's just kind of getting back into the swing of things. So I think I might write maybe a 6-8 week program from next week. Just trying to encapsulate a few things that I want to work on, such as ollie lifting.
Yeah.
And I'll try to stick to the program.
Nice. I hope you do.
Obviously,
it'll be good to see.
Yeah, we'll do some things with SJs that is a bit out of the ordinary, which will kind of mess things up. But that's all right. I just need to recognise if I do something crazy, I just got to really focus on dropping the load the next couple of days.
That's all we can do.
Yeah.
All right, we wanted to start this podcast with a bang. So,
oops.
What?
Easy there, cuz.
Yeah.
This is the
starting
part.
off with
the part where we just
start with over-unders.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Alex O'Connor. Alex O'Connor. I don't know why I said O'Connor. Okay, exercise, agility ladders.
Overrated. Almost, I honestly reckon almost no place in training besides novelty.
You would never get it out?
Oh, I would. If I was with some kids and I wanted to make it fun, I would pull out an agility ladder. Or if someone's footwork or timing or something was so shit, maybe. But you're right, pretty much never.
Yeah. Nice. Sport, sorry, my phone glitched out a bit. Mountain biking.
Underrated, criminally.
Yeah, have you done it?
Yeah.
How fun is it?
It's fucking awesome. It's so fun.
It's really scary, but so fun.
Yeah, honestly, because I haven't done it for years, I've always thought about doing it again, but I'm just thinking it's not worth it. Mate, imagine if you're going 40, 50 k's an hour and you fucking slam into a tree.
Yeah, and there's no room for error.
Yeah.
Because you generally go on pretty quick, generally. And then a corner will come out of the blue.
A corner? Oh.
And then you got to, I don't know, dodge a jump, because I can't jump to save my life.
Yeah.
And it's just, every time I've done it, I've always had so many stacks, but it's so fun. Afterwards, I'm like...
Oh, it's so fucking fun, man. I remember my bubba's farm, my uncle had a bike there, and I was just like, I wonder what bike it was, because I remember it being an okay one. It was a shit one, but it was a mountain bike, downhill mountain bike. Anyway, I cleaned it up, fixed it up myself, and I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm going to start my little mountain biking era. So I used to, I had the little bike rack on the back of the Corolla.
I see.
And I'd take the bike to like Kalamunda, to Collie, to Serpentine, like all these places, take the bike off. Just 2 hours of riding. Fucking so fun, man. Used to go with Chook. Yeah, Western Australia.
There's some good tracks.
Perth especially has some fucking...
Dwelling Up. Good tracks in Dwelling Up.
Like really, Kalamunda is like world class. And yeah, back then I had no fear, like 3 or 4 years ago. But see, that's the thing with these extreme sports. You can't have any room for fear.
No,
as soon as you get scared, you're fucked. Because you have to
hesitate. And then
you have to commit. You have to commit to the shit that you do. And I know now, if I did do... Man, back then I would see like a massive jump and I'd just go, I'm gonna bomb it and see what happens. Now I would look at it and I'd go, nah, it's not for me.
Now you're questioning, do you bomb a hill riding a skateboard?
Yeah, well, I've bombed a hill riding a skateboard and like...
You've been questioning it, like, should I do it? Like, but back then, I doubt you would have asked me.
Well, it was Butler. I remember the day, Butler with Cos Jones, Jamie Spence. There was a giant hill. Yeah. And I was like, fuck, like I'll just go down it, whatever. And then got a serious case of speed wobbles and I think I fractured my wrist actually. It was bad. It was, yeah.
Can't really muck around with that, eh?
Yeah, you can't...
Speed wobbles, yeah.
You can't go down a hill on a skateboard because of speed wobbles. You seen that video of fucking... Chapo.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could never skate. I can't say to skate to save my life, but getting back to the mountain bike riding, in Canada there's some hell good tracks. Obviously in the mountains in summer, they turn all the ski fields to mountain bike tracks.
That's cool. I wonder how
fun.
How hard the transition is from skiing to mountain bike tracks.
See, if you're a good skier, I reckon you'd be pretty good at mountain bike riding.
No, not the actual performing the act. I'm talking about like transitioning the tracks.
Oh, right. Yeah.
I guess if you have like good snow, it will just turn into good ski tracks, but at the same time, like, because they're different. They're different. I don't know. Anyway, that's just something to think about.
But you should do it. If you go to Whistler in summer, do it. It's so fun. It's so scary. I ate shit how bad.
Yeah.
But it's good fun. I almost died, man. Like, serious. Stu thought I was dead.
What injury did you get?
Oh, nothing. I got back up. My head was probably concussed. I had cuts all over my face. Oh, but I was wearing like a huge helmet. I was definitely concussed, but yeah, just kicked on.
Yeah.
Stopped riding that day, but
yeah, I feel like I'm a bit scared of that stuff for sure. Especially that time I broke my leg skateboarding. I was just like, just stop doing these.
Is it worth
like extreme things, dude? But especially because one, I'm not good at them. Like, I've never been a skater in general. I just do skate because it was a thing to do back in the day. Never good at it. Mountain biking, I wasn't good at. I could do actually pretty well, but wasn't great at it. But you just, like, I broke my leg and I was just like, just chill. Just don't need, like, just, you don't need to do this. You don't need to do this.
It's not worth it.
But then the adrenaline rush I get from it, the lust I want for it is desperate.
It is real. You feel so good afterwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as you start thinking, like, hesitating, it's
game over.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
With everything, even lifting. Like with an ollie lift, if you hesitate and psych yourself out, you're done.
Yeah, cooked.
Like all these world class, the best ollie lifters, just do the same lift every single time, over and over and over and over and over again, non-stop every single time. And they do the same lift with 20 kilos as they do with like 200 kilos. And it's just because they've repped it out so many times that they can just do it at that heavy weight the same way. But if they were inexperienced and they got to that heavy weight, they would probably psych themselves out and not do it.
Fact. True. The mind's
maybe that's you with like your 100 kilo bench. That was me with my 100 kilo bench before I got it.
Yeah, maybe. I did 97.5 the other day though, and that was like a good push.
You should have done 100. You should have got Marcus Bell to pull the bar up.
Yeah, shout out to Marcus Bell.
Hey. Yeah. All right, so...
Oh, one more.
Oh, we're doing over and unders, aren't we?
We're still doing over and unders.
Sorry.
We got a bit lost then in the old bike.
It's because your over and unders questions are literally just questions you're asking yourself. And you get caught in the trap of it.
Yeah, kind of. But the next one is...
What's the last one?
We'll keep this one short. Supplements in general.
Hey, we have a question about supplements later. What are you talking about? Gym supplements or supplements in like overall?
Yeah, we'll talk the gym supplements and just in general, like
overrated.
Yeah,
overrated. Yeah,
I agree.
I mean, if you're like a pro athlete, every little bit helps. But if you're just a average gen pop person, it's not going to do much.
100%.
Won't push the needle that much. It's not a magic pill.
No.
It's not like ecstasy and you take it and you're literally like this, okay, this is definitely working. Yeah. You could literally take a bunch of the best supplements and they might not work. Essentially, at one stage of your life, you were dreaming of achieving what you already have.
Facts. Happens all the time.
Yeah. And so there's a big problem with like society, especially in the entrepreneurial field, which, look, I would never say I'm an entrepreneur because I just think that's lame as.
Yeah, but we are.
Well, yeah, we are.
So you're lame as?
I am a lame as person in general, but nonetheless. Yeah, I'm always just searching for more. I always want more. I'm always not satisfied.
You're never satisfied with what you're doing. Like, for ages we were talking about starting a podcast. And now we're almost 20 episodes in. But
almost 20 deep. What is this, 19? 19?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Episode 19. So yeah, you just get caught up. And you just forget with what you're currently doing is what you wish you were doing a year ago.
Yeah, I know, but then why are we never satisfied? Why aren't we happy? Like a year ago...
We're just humans. That's what humans are. You always want more and more and more.
Yeah, I can agree with that and I can argue with that as well. Because I reckon a lot of humans...
Not all humans want more.
Very content.
Yeah.
Even if they're not achieving their dreams.
Like, as in they're too content?
Yeah, well, I think most people are too content, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they go out. I reckon when you go to a club, 90% of the people in that club are just fucking way too content. Because the whole reason they're in that club is because they're trying to avoid, problems. Reality, essentially.
They want some endorphins in their life.
There are some people in that club that are just going. I went to a club recently, and maybe I was trying to escape reality as well. I don't know. I'm asking myself that now, but I don't think I was. I think I just went out for a birthday and just so happened to go there. But yeah, a lot of people I think are just too content. They're just not aspiring for enough. But then I reckon a lot of people just like...
There is a problem with people... they struggle being uncomfortable and challenging themselves in ways that they should.
In any way whatsoever?
In a lot of ways, whether it's to do with their career, training, travelling.
How many people do you reckon are happy with their career, literally? Like, some are content. How many are, like, extremely happy? Dude, I don't even know if I'm extremely happy with my career. I'm not saying that, I love it, but at the same time, is there more? Like,
yeah, you always want more. We always talk about what we need to be doing.
Yeah, and we're always not doing it.
Yeah.
Because we're lazy pretty much.
Yeah, we're our own fault. Same fault.
Who else's fault is it? Fucking McLeish.
Andrew McLeod.
No, yeah, Andrew McLeod's, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm just trying to... The question you just asked, I'm just thinking about the people close to me.
You're just deconstructing it?
And, yeah...
Well, we know a couple close people that we probably both agree with, are just not overly content, not overly ecstatic with their career at the moment.
Or even people that have made it, they still want more.
Yeah, and then what
or they're on to the next thing.
Yeah, what constitutes making it as well? Is it financial gain?
But that's also the people, yeah, you could measure it in that way, but the people that make it and are doing really well, that's kind of why they're doing so well, because they get somewhere and then they just instantly think about, okay, what can I do next to improve? But and them at the same time can easily forget what they've done.
Yeah. It's a big thing in professional sports. You always hear when someone's career's finished, and people are like, how was it? Like, do you have any regrets? And they're just like, my regrets, like, it's done. And I just didn't even fucking acknowledge it the whole time. Like, it's done now, and I didn't stop and smell the roses once.
Well, Tom Barras, I remember him in 2018. He said, like, he almost retired. Because he won the flag, and then he was like, now what?
Is that the opposite of what we're talking about,
it's
though? Is
opposite.
that, like, he's literally reflected on me, like, I've...
He just had no drive. He was just like,
I'm at the top of Mount Everest.
I've reached the peak. This is what I've wanted for so long. And he's like, what's the point almost?
Yeah.
And you'd have to obviously talk to the bloke to fully understand what he was thinking. But yeah, from my understanding is that he almost retired, and that's why he went to a new club.
Oh, to reinvigorate
Yeah, because he just
himself.
needed a change. And
yeah, fair enough. You should get him on the pod and ask him.
yeah, well, he's got his own pod, so maybe we can go on there. We could do a collab.
Yeah, hit him up.
Pass the ox.
Yeah, so that's obviously like a very different situation to let's say like another successful professional athlete like Kobe Bryant's an extreme example.
Just always wanted more.
Well, Tom Barras won a championship and was like, oh yeah, what do I do now? Like, I've achieved everything. Kobe won a championship and was like,
train
who
the next
gives
morning.
a fuck? Like, I'm going to win another one, and then I'm going to win another one, and then I'm
that
going to
winning
win another
mentality.
one. So maybe Kobe's a good example of someone who didn't really stop and smell the roses. I honestly don't think he did. I think the was non-stop all the time.
He was just never satisfied, eh?
Yeah, that's the definition of someone who was never satisfied. Until the end, I think at the end he was satisfied. He was like, there's not much more I could do. But maybe that was the whole point. The whole point was he never stopped to smell the roses because he knew at the end of the day, when it was all said and done, there was no way he could look back at the situation and think, I should have done this better, I should have done this differently, because he was just like, I literally did everything possible, so there's no way I can reflect on this chapter of my life and worry about it. Like, I did everything you possibly could. Left no stone unturned. Yeah.
Win at all costs, kind of thing. Well, that was his saying, wasn't it? Or was that LeBron's? Or is that
I think that's an old saying. Maybe before any of them. Maybe Jordan.
I don't know.
Win at all costs. It sounds like a very old...
I swear Kobe said it in a video.
It probably did.
But yeah, it's easy to get caught up in both, where you just keep going, or just reach a peak and just cool, that's it. I think it's important to reflect on what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Reflection is extremely...
It's so important.
Extremely important.
Because then that's how you obviously grow too. And companies do that. Like, successful companies that have, whether it's quarterly meetings, 6-month meetings, a year meetings, and they review what they've done, what didn't go well, what could be improved.
Yeah. From an objective perspective, that's obviously good for businesses. But I think more of a like intrinsic take on it is more important, especially on an individual standpoint. Yeah, like... with business, it's good to try and look at those objective markers, but then on an individual level, it's like you got to look at yourself and ask yourself why you're doing it and whether it's making you happy and stuff like that. Because they're two pretty different things. That ties back to like what makes you successful. If it's money, then yeah, just have literally like
Unlimited money.
quarterly meetings about fucking if you've hit your objective requirements as the business. But if your like barometer of success is being happy, like quite literally, and spending your time wisely, then it's got to be a mixture of the two, and you got to probably focus a little bit more on asking yourself why you're doing something. Maybe like Tom Barras or Kobe in his different way. But nah, I do. I noticed that there's like a few times where I'm just like, you fucking literally doing what you wanted to do. You like 4 years ago, you didn't think you could do this, or you thought you might never do this. Now you're doing it, but you're just not...
Still not happy with it.
You're still not happy.
No. Because you always want more.
Still not fulfilled. But why? And that's the part that's interesting, is like, why do some people struggle with that, and why aren't they fulfilled with achieving goals that they set themselves years ago?
Because things change, and then when you improve, you just have high expectations of yourself.
Yeah, true. But is it an ego thing?
Possibly, yeah. But like for ages, we said we need to do long form content and we needed a podcast, and we're doing that. Obviously, it could still be improved, but that's still a huge improvement than what we were doing 6 months ago.
Yeah. So that's a target goal that we kind of wanted to hit, that we have hit.
But you can easily forget that 6 months ago we weren't doing it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't really think about that, do you?
Not really. But maybe it's an ego thing. I don't know. I don't know if...
I think just as you adapt, though, you just expect more.
Yeah, I agree. But why is the question? I don't think monks are sitting there thinking, oh yeah, I'm not fulfilled with this. That's not, they wouldn't do that. They would go like, oh, it is what it is and it's sick.
Yeah. The humans, we're pretty tapped sometimes.
Oh, so tapped, man. So tapped. Literally surprised that every human's just not crashing out every 10 seconds because they're just such complex beings.
Hey, I'm Austin, the strongest member at SJ's. You can be the second strongest member for $1 a day.
All right, here's a quick question, possibly a long one. How soon is too soon to get into a relationship after being in a long-term relationship? And okay, let's break this down and redefine it. What is a long-term relationship? How long is a long-term relationship at the bare minimum? Is 1 year?
Technically, yeah, but I'm thinking, you hear long term, you generally think.
You're thinking 3 to 5
3 plus.
at least. Yeah.
3 plus?
Yeah, I'd say 3. If you spend 3 years of your life with someone, yeah, that's a fucking long time.
So that's ages, man.
Yeah.
It's almost a whole Olympics, between.
Yeah, literally. Maybe that's a good barometer to define how long a long-term relationship is. If you could have spent the whole time waiting for the Olympics in it.
Yeah.
But
it's an interesting question because every situation would be different.
Yeah.
You know, the old context.
The old context dependent scenario kind of sitch. Yeah.
What? You're probably leaning more close to a year. You're thinking 6 months?
If you're in a long-term relationship?
No, getting back with someone else. That's the question, eh?
Oh, well, I'd like to break it down. If you're in a long-term relationship with someone, did you actually love them? Because if you did love them, I don't know if you could get in a relationship with someone 6 months.
Oh, 6 months is short.
If you were dating someone for 10 years, you broke up with them and 6 months later you're in a relationship, what the fuck did you just do for the last 10 years?
Yeah.
But there's obviously loads of variables. I'm thinking of it from they're in a pretty perfect relationship for 10 years and then it just spiraled out. But also people could be in a relationship for 10 years and the last 2 years be just completely checked out.
That happens a lot.
Yeah, that does happen a lot.
And what if they checked out the last 2 years and they're on good terms by the end of it?
I don't know if the terms has anything to do with it.
What would you say?
Whether you're on good terms or bad terms, if you're in a long-term relationship and then you're dating someone 6 months after.
Oh, I think 6 months is too soon still.
But then again, it's context dependent, you're right. But you got to ask yourself that question. If you see that happen, you're like, well, what happened? What was the go? How have you just transitioned so quickly?
That mindset just shifts so quick. It's hard, because what if someone was in a relationship with someone, I don't know, for 5 years, 5 months later, after breaking up with them, they bump into someone that could be the person
their
they married.
soulmate.
Yeah, their soulmate. But it's only been 5 months.
Well, obviously, as a human being, you wouldn't go, oh, I think I've met the perfect person. Just let me check my calendar. Oh, it's only been 5 months. I can't date them. Of course not. But if you did really love someone, you didn't. That's what I'm saying. If you think you love someone, and you spent 5-10 years with them, and then you broke up and 6 months later you're dating somebody else.
You didn't really love them.
I got to break it to you because you didn't love them. Because you would never see someone... Well, you would. I got to take that part back. It would be interesting to see someone like that has been in a long-term relationship and recently become widowed date someone in like 6 months.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
Yeah, you do see it.
Because their partner died, right? And that's why they broke up, and they were like really in love with each other, obviously. So this person you probably wouldn't see like in 6 months' time dating somebody else because they love them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Is my point getting across? Because it might not
does.
be making sense.
No, I get what you're saying. But, yeah, unfortunately I don't know if it's unfortunate, but that does stuff happen. Like, we've seen it with people we know.
Oh, literally. Like, someone breaks up with someone and 2 months later they got a partner and I'm just like, what the...
How does that make sense?
Like, what... And then I just think, why do you have a partner? Like, what hole are you trying to fill? Like, what void is there that you're trying to cover up, you know?
Yeah, but it does obviously go back to what you were saying, that were they in love with them? The first person they were dating?
Exactly, which like, a lot of people dating nowadays, well, dating and being in a relationship, I guess, are two different things. Depending on where you are in the world. I mean, like, in Serbia, for example, like, you don't really date, you just start going out with each other.
But you just...
It's just not like, you don't meet up and go, oh, I'm seeing someone. It's like, oh, this me and this person
partner.
kicked it off, like we're kind of partners right now. Whereas like in Australia, probably America and the UK, like seeing people is a very
Common thing.
common thing.
People will see each other for ages.
Yeah, it's like a job. It's like a fucking 6-month job interview. And you're like, all right, you passed the test. Like, let's start dating now.
6 months is a while, though.
Yeah, I don't know. I just personally reckon that when you see someone date somebody super quick after a long-term relationship and you think, wow, then I reckon that's a good like framework to say, okay, that's probably too early.
100%. I agree with that. We've recently done it, or questioned it with some situations. Sorry, my mic just dropped off. So, sorry, what's it?
Yeah, a bit of technical difficulties here.
My bad.
The kid had one job to keep his mic on, and he couldn't. The thermals as well, cuz.
Yeah, I was a bit cold this morning, so rocked the thermals under the shirt. Shout out to the people watching our pod. They'll see the Kathmandu thermals on.
I just got to say, those thermals are class. They look class.
They're good, eh?
But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I just think if you question it, then that's probably too early. But
It's a good metric.
Yeah, it's a good metric. Not that you should have a framework to judge that stuff off, but, like, I don't know. For example, just say, hypothetically speaking, you and Marnie broke up, right? Yeah. How early would you think, like, what the fuck if she just started dating someone?
I don't know what I think about that, but...
Yeah, of course, I shouldn't have said it, but at the same time, it's like, this puts it into perspective.
I don't know if I'd want to know, but... Yeah, I don't know. A while?
Yeah, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
You'd imagine because you're like, oh, we had a pretty platonic relationship. Like, I thought we valued each other and stuff like that pretty well.
Yeah.
So then when you see someone dating someone after like 6 months, it's like, what the fuck?
You're like, what the fuck?
Even like 1 year, if you... Yeah. Like, you've seen couples like that have been together for like 25 years and they break up and then they're dating someone after a year.
But then that goes back to your question.
And it's...
The last 5 years, they probably weren't in love.
Yeah, I know. And it is context dependent. And you can't wait forever.
No, you can't.
You can't wait forever.
Because what if they do find their soulmate and then they miss out on that opportunity?
Yeah, because of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be fucked. So
I don't think there is really there's no real answer.
It's always, there's no answer. It depends is the answer. But I reckon the real answer is if you think, what the fuck? That's probably the real answer.
Especially if the person, like in the situation, asks either like their friend or someone they value, like, am I getting into this too soon?
Yeah.
That's like if they're asking someone else and if they're questioning themselves, like, maybe it is, then that's too soon.
I reckon that's a good framework to use with a lot of things as well. Especially like, for example, I was talking to a friend. This is on the same topic, but also not too. I was talking to a friend on Saturday at the cafe after SJ's, and she was like, "Oh, I had a fling with this guy, but one of my good friends has been talking to him, and she's asked me like 5 or 6 times, is it okay if we?"
Oh yeah, see that's not okay.
Is it okay if we like, you know, like get into it? And my first thought is, if you need to ask somebody that,
You already know the answer. Yeah, you already know the answer.
like, you shouldn't need to ask your friend that, because the answer is very clearly probably don't do it. Probably,
Especially in that
like,
situation.
Yeah, probably there's like a 23 other million people you can go have a crack at. That's not that person.
Obviously, they're being respectful, but at the same time, they know what that person meant.
Yeah, you've thought about it and you go, this is probably not it, but I'll ask just to confirm. And then as soon as you think that's probably not it,
It's definitely not
probably
it.
just shouldn't do it.
Maybe we should get like a relationship expert on the pod and we'll ask them some questions.
That would be good as. But the only thing that
I don't know anyone who's a relationship expert.
well, you hear of some relationship experts, but they're like, oh yeah, I've never had like a long-term relationship, but it's like, is that because you're really knowledgeable about this, or is that because you're actually not good with relationships?
But then you can say the same thing about people, whether they're dietitians and their diet's bad, S&C coaches who don't train.
True. You don't have to be hell good with whatever you're hell knowledgeable with. It goes down to the whole thing of like, should your PT be jacked? No, they don't have to be. They could be a sick PT if they're not jacked.
Yeah. But yeah, I reckon we get a relationship person on the podcast.
Yeah, we should, and we'll ask them a couple questions. But if you're gonna shag someone and you have to think about it, just don't shag them. Like, is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah.
If
you're questioning it yourself.
Yeah, if you're questioning it yourself, if you have to think about it, if you have to ask anybody about it,
that's a good rule of thumb.
probably just don't do it. The world would be a much better place if every time that happened they just didn't do it.
Facts. So true.
Yeah, but I mean there's no right or wrong answer pretty much. But it is pretty interesting and good gossip when like someone's been out of a relationship for like 4 minutes and then they're dating a new person like 2.5 minutes.
It does raise eyebrows.
Serial daters, man. There's legit serial daters out there.
We know a lot.
There's a plenty full of people. I dated a serial dater. There's heaps of serial daters out there that like, they don't know what they want, but what in reality they need somebody all the time.
They need that comfort. Like that's their blanket, isn't it?
Yeah, and that's when those 2 and 2 cross. Like someone will get out of a relationship and straight away they're back in one. And everybody's just turning their heads like...
Well, you see that too with people who are, like they're splitting up with each other, but then after a week they're back with each other. Because they struggle to being alone. Yeah. And they just keep going on and off, on and off, on and off.
I reckon there's so many people like that.
Hey,
that just can't be alone. But then you got to think like, you've got to ask yourself, why can't you be alone? Like that's something you got to work on.
Yeah, they need to improve.
And you just like you constantly getting into relationships. It's a band-aid, so it's not a solution. It's just kind of like delaying the inevitable problem. But then at the same time, the more you date, the more people you date, obviously there's a larger pool of potential success as well. You know, you got to date to get in a relationship. If you don't date, you're not going to get in a relationship. If you don't exercise, you're not going to be fit and healthy. Like you can't just expect to be.
No.
Yeah. Which is why you look at these serial daters and you're like, you're fucking weird. But then at the same time,
just chill for a bit, eh?
Yeah, you think chill, bro. Like go on a holiday, like start meditating.
Enjoy some alone time.
Sit in your car for 3 minutes silently and just try not to crash out hell bad. But then at the same time, like statistically speaking, they're doing the work to get into a successful relationship.
They're putting the reps in.
Yeah. You kick a ball 1,000 times, you're going to be better at kicking a ball than if you kick it 10 times, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know, man. But it's also like, some people only ever date one person in life.
I respect the hell out of those people, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That like, and I'm not saying that makes you a better human being if you date one person forever. Of course, I'm not. Like I just said, you need a date to get in good relationships. But when you see those people that are like, they've been in a relationship forever, just them two, you just think you're a sharp cat. Like you deserve a lot of respect, because you get that whole thing. I've heard a lot of times people say there's like a new relationship every X amount of years. Let's say like every 3 years.
what, the average person or what?
Yeah, no, people say when you're in a relationship, like every 3 to 5 years, it turns into a new one.
Yeah.
And dude, you see people that have been dating for 80 years. Do you know how many times they could have just been like, this is annoying, like, I'm not in love with this person like I used to be. The new version of them is annoying me heaps. I don't like how they do this. But they stick fat.
They're working
And
out.
then at the end of the day, they're super happy.
Fact.
Like, you got to respect that.
Legit.
And at the same time, does that make a relationship better that you can go through rough patches and you recognise, like, you know what, I fell in love with this person for a reason, and after everything that's happened, it's made it, like, so worth it?
Yeah.
Instead of, like, a serial dater that's, like, dated someone for a bit and they're like, I don't like you anymore, you annoy me, or you've changed or something, and then they just go on to another person.
Just depends. I think if they move on that quick, they'll seriously never in love with the person, maybe.
Yeah.
Because if you're in love with someone, you'll make it work. Do you reckon? I don't know.
Yeah, in the right context.
Right
if you're in love with someone but they beat you within an inch of your life every 3 days.
Yeah, obviously that's a bit different. But, like, if everything's going smooth.
No, I agree. And I reckon that's one really good part of a lot of religions, is that religions are like, you agree to be with someone. Like, it's not a simple thing. It's not like you can just fuck off whenever you want. Like, a lot of religions say, like, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of struggle. But once you decide to be with someone, you should persevere and try to make it work.
Go through the hard times.
Mate, some of the breakups we hear about now are insane. If you told someone 60 years ago, like, oh, Jessica broke up with Tom because he likes playing golf with his mates like once a month, some woman from the 1950s would be like, hey, what the fuck are you talking about, cuz? You serious?
Because back then, it would be like they would go away for 6 months to, I don't know, go hunting.
Literally. And they'd be like, oh, he likes spending time with his friends, or like even vice versa with a girl. The girl, like, I don't know, likes to go out with her friends, and the guy's hell like anti about it and doesn't like it.
But that's just trust issues, isn't it? Do you reckon?
Well, yeah. Well, is it inherently, what does it come down to?
Yeah. This is why we need a relationship.
We really should get a relationship.
Well, I reckon we'll do a bit of our own research, find someone that we think is good, and then we'll get them on. Either if we just like give them a call or...
Yeah, there's a really good Dutch one that I reckon is just a little bit over our pay grade, but...
Yeah, okay, maybe not her then. What, bloke or a chick?
Woman.
Yeah, woman. But yeah, I reckon we find one.
Yeah, that's another thing. I know we're getting out of this relationship chat, but I just want to say, I think the current climate of relationships is pretty weird. And like the expectations and demands that people have of each other is just like... A relationship's a hard thing. Like, a relationship is you, the person you're in a relationship with, and then there's also a third person, which is the relationship which you have to nurture all the time.
But that's almost the modern day world though. People are like some humans nowadays that are like going through hard times.
Yeah, and I'm never saying to someone, just like accept shit.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Don't, but sometimes
It's
shit's not
obviously a
going to be
lie.
that great.
Yeah,
and like it's not anyone's fault, but you just sometimes you have to persevere.
If you ask people who've been happily married for 40 years, they love their partner. If you ask them, like, did you go through hard times? A lot of the time they say, yeah. But they worked through it.
And I reckon, like, I reckon like if you ask people that 60, 70 years ago, they'd say, yeah, we went through heaps of hard times, but like, you know, we persevered and we're really happy.
Yeah.
I reckon in 60 years' time in the future, you're going to talk to people and they're going to go, yeah, we went through this one hard time and we just said like, you know what? This isn't butterflies and rainbows. It's not worth it. Let's just finish this.
Yeah.
So it's like
people
a big
chase
difference.
perfect. Like humans chase perfection.
Yeah.
Almost too good.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody
don't get me wrong.
deserves it. Everybody deserves, like, not perfection, but awesomeness.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like you said, it's very hard to maintain relationships and stuff, so you're not going to get complete and utter awesomeness. But everyone does deserve it.
100%. And you got to be happy.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you shouldn't be happy, but sometimes, like, it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, and then that's why sometimes you just end a long-term relationship and then just 2 months later you're just dating some other person.
With someone else.
It's like, this is the love of my life on socials, and you're like, I thought the love of your life was dating you like 2 months ago.
Yeah, a month ago.
But
The modern day world, eh?
yeah, definitely.
Chomp, chomp. You want me to ask you this question?
Yeah, go on.
Alright.
Oh, you can't remember your question?
Nah, because, well, it wasn't really my question. It was, I believe, shout out Coach Connolly. He put the question there. So then I was like, I'm just going to ask this to Jake on the pod. If you could fast forward 1 year from today, where would you like to be in terms of your health and fitness? Think about your habits, routines, goals, etc.
Oh, that is a really good question.
That's why, yeah. So that's why I had to shout at him, because he's the one that put it out.
Where would I want to be in terms of health and fitness? This is actually a paradigm shifting question, because this just addresses that I'm probably biting off a little bit more than I can chew. I'm trying to do way too many things at the same time. I really need to like not specify what I'm doing, but be a bit more responsible with my decision making and my goals and stuff like that. But in terms of health and fitness,
Yeah, in terms of health and fitness.
to be honest, I'd really like to just become very durable, but also I want to get back to my athleticism, because don't get me wrong, I'm still the most athletic bloke in the room, in any room I'm in, as long as there's no professional athletes there.
You are very athletic.
But I'm not as athletic as I used to be.
Do you think that's just because obviously the training's gone down a bit, you focus more on work, injuries,
Yeah,
obviously a lot of factors.
Just for 4 years I stopped playing sports as much as I should have. And yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. But it really, like, it's hell weird, because playing footy now, or basketball or anything, I'm a lot better because, like, fundamentally I'm a bit smarter, have like a bit of a better IQ. But I always think, like, if I played myself 4 years ago, I reckon I would get smoked, just because that guy was just so athletic, but also very motivated. So like,
You would get smoked.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
right.
I'm smarter than that person, and like, but they were just so athletic, man.
So what would you do? What would you want to be in a year?
In a year, I would love to win a flag. That'd be cool. So maybe just,
Because it'll be, yeah, so still playing footy?
yeah. Oh, I don't know, man. See, I don't know. I need to really have a sit down and think about
Yeah,
it.
it's a good question.
Yeah. I'd like to play footy, but then again, do I really, really want to? Because a whole year is a long time.
It's ages.
Or do I just want to get like super athletic and, you know, play social sports, but then also show my athleticism, try to build business through that? It's not, one good thing about this question is that I don't give a shit about like aesthetics.
Yeah.
And this really like relays that message. It's like I couldn't care less.
Yeah,
None of my
goals
are revolved around like looking better or anything like that. It's
Just
all about performance.
Yeah, that's good.
But
What about any habits?
oh, a million habits.
Anything that you can think of straight away?
In terms of health and fitness,
Yeah.
I don't know. This is I should have thought about this.
We can go back. We can answer it. We can both answer it next week.
Yeah, well, let's answer it next week because I have to sit down and do my programming this week anyway. But
yeah, okay, we'll both answer.
It's a
it
wicked question.
It's a good question.
But honestly, another thing with that question is a lot of the goals and stuff I'm thinking about in my head aren't related to my performance. In terms of like physical performance, a lot of my goals in my head are actually like mindfulness ones, language ones, stuff like that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, lifestyle ones. So maybe that's...
We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll chat about it next week.
We'll start with it next week's pod.
Yeah, okay. What about you? Do you have a clearly defined answer to that question?
No, I was trying to think. I didn't really dive too deep into it because I was thinking I'd answer it today. But now I want to actually dive deep into it. A big one for mine at the moment, which I think I'll get pretty soon, is 100 kilo bench. I just want to tick that off.
Oh, yeah. I would really like to get like a 115. That would be sick.
115? Yeah, that'd be good. So that's just an easy one. Just tick it off. What else? Probably more like my running side of things. Just keep that up. Like, do a 10K. But like, not just do a 10K and just like, I ticked it off. But like, do a 10K pretty well. So that's probably one. To improve my athleticism a fair bit, and so it's being consistent with all the training around that. It's probably the biggest one because I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing in the gym. It's probably the things that I'm doing outside of the gym that I want to improve on.
Lifestyle stuff.
Yeah, and then also just get better at basketball.
Yeah. That's interesting. You're going to have to go play a little bit more basketball then, eh?
Oh, I'm already playing a fair bit. It's probably, I wouldn't say playing, I'd say more training.
Yeah.
Actually giving...
Just ball in hand.
Just giving the respect to training, ball.
Yeah.
Not just rocking up to a Wednesday, Friday, just playing for 40 minutes and not touch the ball again.
You can't do that if you're a shooter. Because
you just don't get the opportunity in the game. Like, you get like, sometimes like 5 shots in the game.
Yeah.
So,
if you're like a point guard, you can afford to just rock up and just drive the paint, pass the ball around, stuff like that. Yeah. If you shoot, you got to be honed in as a shooter.
Yeah, so need to shoot more, which I've been saying a fair bit lately, which I was, but then it's just like work will get busy or I'll have a late night and I'll just easily the first thing I give up is like waking up early to go shoot.
Fuck, I hate waking up early, but that is something I want to implement is just waking up early and just getting up. I'm fucking struggling with that at the moment. Really struggling.
Yeah, you do struggle with. That's where we're a bit opposite because I love early mornings.
Yeah, but I was like that for a bit, especially when I first started PT, and now I'm just like fucking tired as.
It's because you go to bed late though, eh? Because you're obviously working late.
No, but I can go to bed earlier, but what I've realised recently is that the reason why I go to bed so late is because I'm so tired that I'm just like don't want to go to bed. You know, overtired. Do you know that?
But do you just want to chill? Like you just want to be like mind numb?
I'm just I'm just super tired, and so I'm like I just want to fucking just mind numb. Like I don't want to go to bed. Whereas I know I should get home, get all my stuff done, and just sleep because it will be better for me the next day.
Is that also because you just don't want to you want to chill out before just going to bed and then waking up doing it all over again?
Don't know. It's probably something to think about, some sort of intrinsic motivation for that. But
okay, we'll ponder over this question and we'll answer it properly next week.
Yeah, but that does really annoy me. That is the most annoying part of my life at the moment, probably. Well, there's a lot of annoying things. Just fucking not going to bed.
Yeah.
Just go to bed, cuz.
Because it's fucked, especially as we're getting older. Like, even last night I went to bed quite late and I just woke up this morning and I was just stuffed. So tired. I just wanted to keep sleeping, but got to get on the horse.
Got to keep grinding, mate. Got to grind till you're dead.
That's it.
All right. May as well answer some questions, eh?
Go for it, cuz.
Whoa, bit of a voice break there, cuz.
Yeah, still have voice breaks at age 27.
Yeah, I do as well. And Mum, I wonder when they'll stop.
I don't know if mine will ever stop.
Yeah, but do you hear like old people with voice breaks?
No, but I don't know. My voice breaks quite a bit.
Yeah. If you have any questions, just contact us, hey?
Comment, send us a DM, or we even have a link where you can ask us questions.
I reckon we almost scrapped that. I don't know if
Yeah, I think I'm going to scrap that.
Yeah, you just got to get it through the DMs or the comments. Question 1. Supplements that are worth your money? Question mark.
Number 1, creatine.
Disagree straight off the bat. That's not number 1.
Not number 1? What would your number 1 be?
Protein powder.
Oh, protein powder. Yeah, but
There's a lot of hype about creatine. It works. It works.
Yeah, 100%. But you can get protein through your normal diet. I'm not disagreeing with you. Protein powder is great.
Yeah, you can. And you can get creatine through your normal diet. Not as much as you probably need.
Yeah.
But protein powder is protein. It works full pledge 100%.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Creatine's hyped as at the moment.
It
deserves the hype because it does work. But you're dealing with something that's 100% definitively going to work for everyone. You, your cat,
but
fucking that Jehovah's Witness across the road, it's going to work for them. Creatine might not work for some people.
But what if someone's already consuming 140 grams of protein through their diet?
Then you don't need protein.
Yeah. So that's why...
Well, they're called supplements because they're meant to supplement your life with what you don't have.
But then creatine would be better for them as a supplement compared to protein powder.
Yeah, it would. But then somebody that's fucking hell low protein intake...
protein would be
creatine. Protein would be better.
Yeah.
So we're talking about people that need to supplement their lives with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, someone that's fucking eating shitloads of protein doesn't need more protein, but someone that doesn't have it at all.
Protein powder is going to be my number 2.
Yeah, I thought so, but I just wanted to play devil's advocate and say protein.
I actually going to mention a few weeks ago, or maybe a few pods ago, I used to always have overnight oats, and then I went off them for ages, purely just because the taste. But now I'm back on them, just because I'm being lazy. Because I'm like, I can't be asked meal prepping brekkie, can't be asked cooking it. So the night before, I just do overnight oats with a scoop of whey protein.
I've never had overnight oats once.
Yeah, you're not missing out much.
Yeah.
But it's just easy.
I've seen some delicious chocolate or I've seen Wheat Bix overnight oats type shit.
I've tried to do that. I couldn't hack that.
Like cookies and cream. It looks so good, man.
Yeah, the only thing with that is, can you have sweet stuff first thing in the morning? Or not first thing in the morning, but for break? Do you reckon you could? It does get sickening.
I mean, probably. I mean, yeah, you can probably do anything you want to do.
Yeah,
you know, when fucking Nazis grabbed my granddad when he was 14 and took him to war, were they like, can you do this?
Yeah.
You did it. You know, only if you can.
You're getting off topic.
Only if you can do this, bro. It's like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I could eat something sweet when I wake up.
Well, anyway, I'm back on the overnight oats with protein, just because it's easy and it's ticking the boxes. I'm getting carbs and getting protein.
Yeah.
And I don't have to really think about my brekkie.
Bit of fruit in there?
Yeah, fruit.
Banana?
And berries.
Oh,
So I'm just ticking the boxes.
you're eating like a king.
And it takes me 3 minutes to prepare the night before.
It's good. Mate, you're talking me into it.
Yeah, I'll make you one.
Yeah, make me one. I'll give it a taste.
Yeah.
Do you put creatine in that or just protein?
Funny enough, this morning I actually added, when I was eating my overnight oats, I was like, I'm going to have my creatine. I normally just have that in a glass of water, but I just chucked it into the overnight oats.
Was it alright?
I didn't taste it, but...
So why are they overnight oats? Is it because you're meant to leave them overnight, or is it just because you do?
It's like a bit of meal prep. Oh, and the oats texture changes. So it just goes softer. That's why it is good. If you do overnight oats compared to just oats in the morning, the oats will be
Hard?
hard.
Crusty?
And then if you put frozen fruit into it, the fruit will be obviously
yeah.
dead frozen. Whereas if you put it in overnight, it softens up.
Dude, I wish I knew about overnight oats 6 years ago when I really needed them.
It's just a convenient way.
Sick. So we both agree that number 1 and 2 is protein powder and creatine.
Yeah.
Monohydrate. Creatine monohydrate.
Yeah.
Number 3, you can play around with a few different things, but I would probably say fish oil, honestly.
Yeah, fish oil is good.
Yeah.
I've never had it. I've never dabbled into it. just because it's like, I think about fish and it just puts me off.
Yeah.
So a bit of a bit scared in that aspect.
You are scared.
Yeah, I'm real scared apparently. I know you've dabbled in it a fair bit.
A little bit, but not much. I honestly don't really use supplements ever.
Yeah.
Oh, I have vitamin C every day actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it tastes really nice, the orange vitamin C's.
Talking about vitamin C, Marnie had off orange juice yesterday.
Yuck.
It was off by a month.
Yuck. It was in your fridge.
Yeah, and she just like, because she was having a collagen, and I was telling her about how like it's good to have vitamin C with your collagen, and then so she did that, and then she realised like 2 hours after having it that it was off.
Did it taste shit?
Yeah, but I think it was like first thing in the morning, so she just like downed it.
Yeah.
But that's another supplement, collagen.
Yeah, collagen would be really good for like tissues, like tendons, stuff like that,
Tendons
that
and all
don't
that.
suck up as much nutrients.
It's great for women too. So they're probably my top 3.
Yeah, and there's
For
obviously
me.
other ones that you could dabble in, like magnesium's obviously something that's probably got some good benefits, but I would never vouch for any except basically those 3. I would never tell someone this
Yeah, I'd
is
never tell any other.
foolproof, probably going to help you.
Yeah.
There's probably shit that will help them, but it's not definitive, and that's why I would never recommend it.
I know, but if it's like someone just starting out in the gym, they could go to like a supplement shop and ask them like what they should get. Man, they'll get so many things.
And they'll get too much shit. Like,
Yeah, but
dude
way
at a
too
supplement
much.
mart will be like, oh, get fucking these 6 things, and it's like for a good
Yeah,
supplement
but
stack.
like green powder,
Yeah.
pre-workout, and all this other shit.
I honestly get people not to get supplements. Unless they need it. Supplements are, the fucking name tells you, they're to supplement your lifestyle.
Yeah.
So you don't need, people are always like, oh, what protein powder do I need to get? You don't need any protein powder if you eat enough food.
Yeah.
You only need it if you can't get enough protein in your diet. That's it. It's not a fucking thing that you have to have.
No. But it can make your life easier.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point of it.
If you supplement it. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's it. Those are relatively inexpensive as well, like creatine and protein. Protein powder like works out to be like $1 for 23 grams of protein. That's
Especially if you get it online.
so cheap.
So cheap. I just actually ordered a bunch online.
Yeah, if you're broke as, then it's not as good as real food, but like, fuck, if you're trying to scavenge up money for protein, there you go.
Yeah. So cheap.
Especially because protein drinks and stuff in the shops are super expensive. It's like $4 for a drink most of the time. So if you can just make your own for $1, you're
And
winning.
it's so convenient, like all you need to do is add water.
Yeah.
You don't even need milk.
H2O, just add water.
And you're getting 25 grams of protein.
Yeah,
That's generally what you get from your protein powder.
generally speaking.
Yeah, we love generally.
All right, question 2. What's the best way to approach someone at the gym with bad form or technique without coming off like an asshole?
Yeah, this is an interesting one. Especially, I reckon, as a PT, because like, if we approach people, sometimes people think that we're being like salesy almost, and that we just want their cash. Which obviously some PTs out there are like that. I think the best way is just to come up and just like, look, you might not be doing this the best way. This is what I'd recommend, and just show them, and just be a nice person, and just be yourself.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't want to be a dog, and you don't want to sound like you're a know-it-all, another voice break just said. And you just want the best for them.
Yeah, I agree. That's a perfect answer to that question. I probably shouldn't comment on this because I don't do it a lot. Like, I see it a lot, and I don't do it because I just try to, I don't know, I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to go up to them and look like a hassle and make them potentially feel uncomfortable. Sometimes you see someone doing like the most dog shit hinge and you're like, I should go up to them and just say, look, just want to show you that if you just change this one thing, your back's probably going to feel heaps better.
Yeah, the hinge is a big one, that especially when people learn it.
For sure.
I actually helped this lady out. She was doing lat pull downs, and like, I think if you seen it, you would have gone up and helped her, because it was just strange, and she'd never really trained before, And she really appreciated that. So that's what you got to always remember, that 8 times out of 10, the people you help and give tips to, they'll appreciate.
Why 8?
I don't know, because some people are just a bit closed-minded. I've been up to people before in the gym, at my old gym I was working at, and there's this guy who I thought was really nice, and he was doing something, and I was like, oh, if you do it like this, and he was just so closed-minded, and he's like, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, just trying to help you.
I guess you also got to consider what they're doing, because there's always context with training, especially the more experienced you are. Like if you're inexperienced and you see someone doing something and you're like, that looks so stupid, there's potentially a reason behind why they're doing that, or there should be a reason behind why. So maybe avoid it with them. It's more so if you see someone doing something super basic and simple wrong.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, okay, this is objectively wrong. Like you are hinging wrong, like you're using too much back. I can help you with this. It's something that I honestly want to do more, is go up to people and just be like,
We should do it.
I know, but I'm just scared. I'm a scared man.
We should challenge ourselves. Another way you can do that in that situation is just ask, like, oh, why are you doing it like that?
Yeah, I know, but then you're
But
like...
you don't want to come across like a know-it-all as well.
And also, you're like questioning them and they're just like, why the fuck's this person coming up to me and like questioning me?
Yeah. Yeah, and it is a fine line.
And you really don't want to go up to someone and try to help them, and then in reality it actually makes them not go to the gym. Like you don't want them to leave and be like, I'm embarrassed that I fucking was doing something wrong, I'm just not going to come back. Because that would be the worst.
So true.
Yeah.
You don't want to 10 people away. Shut them down.
Exactly. Question 3. Best tips on selecting a fitness coach online or in person?
Number one, you just got to be able to connect with them, I think. Like, just, you appreciate what they say and you value them. And you just think that, one, they're a good person. I think that's a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I think that's pretty big.
Like, if you connect with them, that's a huge thing. You want to actually speak to them. You don't want to just be told about like what to do. You value their input and you're actually excited to either speak to them or get a message from them. That's probably number one.
I'd say that is pretty important, that human connection in any aspect of life. Like you probably want to surround yourself with people that you actually like.
Yeah.
But don't take that as like just surround yourself but with people who suck your ass hell bad. But more so people you can relate to and like respect and stuff like that.
Because if there's a coach, no matter like, they obviously know their stuff, but you just don't like them as a person, you won't want to hear from them. And you won't take on their advice as much.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's my number one.
Yep, for sure. I would say as well, just kind of like look at who they surround themselves with as well.
Yeah.
And are they like also reliable figures in the field too? Like, are they respected as well? Because you could have like that if you have someone who is closely tied with other people that objectively kind of know their shit and are good coaches as well, you'd assume that they are a good coach, or they're trying to be one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good point. I see that too with social media. Like if I come across, I don't know, a coach posting online, I'm like, they obviously know what they're talking about. You go on their feed, and then they're followed by like coaches that you respect.
yeah.
I'm instantly like, okay, this guy, I think he's going to be good.
Yeah,
Like,
because you know the philosophies and the principles of these coaches already, and then the fact that they follow or relate to the other coach is like, okay, so this coach aligns with their beliefs at least.
yeah, and you see that heaps with people, all like the coaches we follow. They all kind of follow each other. And there's that connection online.
Yeah.
I see heaps like, what's his name? David Gray. Like, he follows PJF. Max Schmarzo. Who's that other dude that does
Corey Schlesinger.
Corey Schlesinger. Like they're all connected, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're all connected. That is important. So those are like the important things to look out for. Now, things that you should probably not use as objective measurements for a good coach is body. Of course, if someone has a good body, they got themselves that body. But at the same time, they're selling sex.
Yeah, I agree.
And like a lot of chicks with big fat asses are making shitloads of money, or a lot of dudes that are just like roided up to the max, and they're just like, don't get me wrong, they've got the body and they're selling the body, and that's what they're doing. They're selling the dream, but are their frameworks actually good? Is their knowledge actually really good? Because
look past the image.
Ashton Hall, that dude that fucking splashes water on his face, is a pretty obvious one where like he was selling shitloads of online programs. But you also have to look at like this guy, this influencer, like he got famous from making videos of splashing his face, whatever. He's got a massive rig. Massive, like fucking looks like the Hulk. But also he's got like 10,000 people or something ridiculous that he's individually programming for. That is already a red flag.
Yes.
You can't individually program for 1,000 people.
How much time does he have?
People. So realistically, like a lot of these people, you might see they've got a really good rig, and you're like, oh, I can trust them because they've got themselves to that point. But oh fuck, I forgot what I was going to say with that cough.
Sorry.
That cough just threw me out the wall. That's the first cough we've ever had on SJ's.
What?
That one just there, I think.
The podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. My bad.
No, it's fine. What was I going to say?
You were talking about like...
Oh, sorry. They're selling their body. They're selling that sex, that dream, right? But that doesn't mean that what they're selling you completely aligns with getting a good body like that, or what they're selling you is even from them. They could just use their image and then go, oh, if you want a body like me, sign up to my online programming. And then they have like 10 random coaches that they just hired off Seek to do the programming for you, which is completely unrelated to them, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Another thing like is a red flag, I think, is if you have a coach or whatever and they just like nocebo you heaps and just like say like, I don't know, obviously the fine line, but if you raise something and then they just like instantly shut you down and they don't really want to think or listen to what you want to say, I think that's a red flag too.
Yeah, I think so. As well. That ties back to that original statement you made at the start. For sure. And one more thing is just look out for money-hungry c***s, because there's going to be people, like for example, when I meet people and I want to train with them, I'm like, we can get away with training once a week together, that's it. Yeah. We can get away with that. Sometimes people are like, I just really want to train with you twice a week. I'm like, okay, fine. I never train with anybody 3 times a week anymore. Because I'm like, we don't need to. No. Yeah, it'd be sick for me financially. I'd make heaps of money. But we don't need to do that. So that we're both the same like that. We're quite integral. We'll just do what we need to do and that's it. That's our job. Other people will come in and they'll go, oh, I'm not sure how much should we train together. And they're like 3 times a week, an hour every time. Or like 4 times a week. And then it's just like, that's someone that is just trying to get a lot of money.
Yeah, they don't actually want you to...
Yeah, like they're like, oh, we could train 3 times a week, and they frame it as like, you need them.
You need to do that.
But really, like a good coach will try to do that.
Yeah, that is actually a good one. If a coach is like, you need me. You need me to hold your hand.
Yeah.
That's a red flag. Like what you just said.
But I think that's a pretty good framework to kind of look at it.
Yeah. Yeah. And just, like what we've said, just find coaches that do things.
Yeah, there's coaches that do things are good, yeah.
Fucking Max Schmarzo.
Oh, yeah.
He balls, he lifts weights. Like, a lot of, particularly dudes, they think that's sick. So then they're like, if he's doing that, I want to be coached by him. And just connect with your coach.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And also, someone that can walk the walk and talk the talk is good. That doesn't mean they have to be super fit.
No.
That means that they could be super fit. They could be really good at a sport or like performance athleticism. They could even be fat as or something, but like they've extensively proven their knowledge on the field. You have a question, they can answer it immediately because they have that wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
So those are all things that you should consider. And just try to not get sold by sex. Try not to overpay people, you know. Make sure they're a little bit integral. Make sure that you're not in a pool of like 20,000 people being coached by the same person. Depending on the situation, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's someone who's got like you said, like 20,000 people, but they're like, this program is going to be individualized for you. It's like red flag.
Individualized and 10,000 people, that don't
make sense.
They don't make sense together. So, but in saying that, I've ran programs on myself and bought programs of people that have been used by 10,000 people.
Yeah.
But they're not individualized.
No.
But they're good programs that can work for everybody.
Facts.
Thanks, powered by SJ's this podcast, $1 a day. We actually give you pretty individualized shit. Like, you ask us a question, we answer it.
We'll adapt it.
We can modify your shite to whatever shite you want, you know. So it's $1 a day as well. We've been having a lot of fun. We've been playing a lot of games with everybody.